Hi everyone, welcome back to Julex Beauty. I'm Julie. Today I'm going to play around with Mer Foundation. I went to Nordstrom the other day and picked up a sample, so I'm going to try that out and give you my first impressions on that. And my daughter actually let me borrow her peach palette from Too Faced, so I'm going to do a look with that as well. It's going to be pretty simple. I'm more curious about the foundation that I'm going to try, wherever that is. What did I do with that? Hang on just for a second. I guess I misplaced the foundation, so hold on one second. So if you'd like to see what I'm about to do, please stay tuned and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button before you leave. First off, I'm going to use the Soft Focus Fluid Longwear Foundation from Mer. I'm just taking a Q-tip and placing this all over. You'll notice that I went really heavy on my left side. Don't do that. This foundation goes a long way, so you need a lot less product than I actually placed on there. This claims to be long wearing with a weightless texture. It has an SPF of 20. It has healing hydration and miracle broth. That must be their formulation that's in all of their skincare products, I believe. The new color capsule technology helps colors stay true. This can be found at Nordstrom, Sephora, and on Mer's website here in Canada. I'm in the color Bisque number 21. I like it. It's very nice. It's very expensive.
That's just foundation, huh?
Yeah. I'm using my foundation brush head on my Clarisonic to blend this in. It's the first time I've used it for my foundation and I'm really enjoying it. Next I'm going to use my Sunkissed bronzer by CoverFX and again blending it in with my Clarisonic. One thing I noticed with the Clarisonic is the foundation and the bronzer didn't go deep into the bristles, so I imagine that this is going to be really easy to clean. And you don't have to press very hard with this. You really have to make the tool work for you, so you don't have to push in at all. I'm also putting that bronzer on my forehead just to give a little bit of a contour. And you've seen in my other videos when I use this that it really blends into the skin and doesn't sit on top of the skin, which I feel makes it look so much more natural. For my blush, I'm using Calypso Pot Rouge by Bobbi Brown and blending that in with a Real Techniques stippling brush. This is old packaging. I used to work for Bobbi Brown. I was the business manager in New Jersey, and so I still have this. It's still good. It smells good. There's no issues with it at all. But if you do purchase this now, it will come in different packaging. I love the look of this blush. I'm so glad I didn't contour with a powder for this look. I think it looks really fresh and again looks like skin. I'm priming my eyes today with Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which is a clear formula. I didn't want anything to alter the color of my peach palette. Sometimes I do find that when I use soft ochre or painterly like I often do from MAC, that because it does have color in it, it can actually alter the eyeshadow just a little bit. I'm spreading this all over my lids, right from the base of my lashes right up to the top of my brow. With my Morphe M524 brush, I'm mixing Peaches and Cream with White Peach and placing it from my lashes all the way up to my brow. This brush is really nice to use for a base color because it's so large you really can cover a large space in a quick amount of time. I mixed the Peaches and Cream and the White Peach together because I didn't want it quite as dark as the Peaches and Cream and I didn't want it quite as bright as the White Peach. I think if you're a really fair skin tone, White Peach would be perfect on its own, and if you're a deeper skin tone, Peaches and Cream would be really good on its own. But again, there's no right or wrong for what you want to use. Next, I'm taking a Morphe M433 and I'm dipping that into Candied Peach and with windshield wiper motions, placing it all along the crease. With my Morphe M514, I'm dipping into Caramelized and just trying to deepen up that crease a little bit. This is a more detailed crease brush, so it's not going to cover as much space. It's going to allow you to be more precise with that color. Now with a Morphe M209, I'm taking Puree and placing it on the outer corner, pulling it into the center of my lid. This brush is more dense, so it's going to pick up more color and deposit more color. Remember, the fluffier the brush, the softer the application, the denser the brush, the deeper the application. You can see I'm pulling that right up into the crease as well and dragging just a little bit of that depth onto that outer corner of the crease. I'm taking my MAC 228 and dipping it into Summer Yum and placing that all along my lower lash line, tapering it off as I reach the inner corner. I'm going to pull a little bit of that deeper color also on that outer corner of the upper part of my lid. You'll notice in most of my videos I don't use a pencil liner. I just find it really easy to take my shadows and pull it down underneath my lashes, and it lasts a very long time for me. And I really like that soft blended effect. Now taking Candied Peaches with my MAC 221, I'm going to blend that underneath Summer Yum and also just above my crease to soften out those edges. Be careful not to poke yourself in the eye with your brush. Because I pulled those two colors, the peaches and cream and the white peach, right up into my brow, I really didn't have to touch up with any brow highlight. You could if you wanted to highlight with a shimmer color, but I chose not to. Now I'm going to take a clean Morphe M441 brush to blend out any lines that there may be, both on the top and the bottom. You can see it's a very, very light pressure, so I'm just taking that on that edge, and with circular motions, very small circular motions, I'm just blending that all in. I did find that these shadows were really easy to blend anyways, so there wasn't much to do. Now you could leave it like this, but if you're anything like me, you would want to put a shimmer on. Today I decided to use Stila Shimmer and Glow in Jezebel on the inner half of my lid up to the crease and blending out softly to the outer third. The brush I'm using is MAC 212. Dipping into Charmed I'm Sure with my Morphe M514, I'm going to deepen up my outer corners and slightly take that brush over the Jezebel just to make sure that you don't see a stop and a start. And I know that you can't tell that I'm using a very light pressure, but I am using a very, very light pressure and doing more of a tapping motion. To deepen under the lower lash line, I'm using my Smith 212 and Charmed I'm Sure once again. Really, if I had to do it differently, I would use a little bit of a thicker brush because this was very small, but it did the job. So many of my brushes are actually dirty right now, so I had to use what I had, but everything worked out. My camera turned off again, so what you missed was me concealing with my All Hours concealer by Hourglass, and also I took a nude pencil from Sephora and lined my inner rim just to make my eyes nice and bright and clean that up a little bit. Same old with my brows, my ABH Brow Wiz in Caramel, and setting them this time with the ABH Brow Gel. My brow hairs tend to stick straight out. They just won't grow, so this helps them stay in place really nicely and lie them down as best they can. Trying to rid myself of that small double chin, I took Sunkissed just under my jawbone to contour a little bit with my Real Technique stippling brush. And with my hand, I just pushed everything upwards towards my chin to make sure it didn't go down too low, and it gave a really nice shadow. With my finger, I just removed my Bite Beauty Agave Nectar, anything that was left over, and applied Urban Decay Lip Pencil in Manic. I loved this color, so I decided to leave it without adding any lipstick. And it's actually quite a nice, comfortable lip pencil. It wasn't drying at all. It's actually quite creamy, so it felt very comfortable to wear. I think it matches my background really nicely. I love this background. I think it's one of my favorite ones so far. Just touching up a little bit more with my blush. And you could leave the whole look like this, but today I decided to play with lashes. These are the Ardell Faux Mink lashes. I really liked how it turned out. The only thing I found was on my left side, I didn't have it quite pulled out to the far edge quite enough, so I would have changed that, but overall I really like the look. When you're applying lashes without a liner on top, you really have to be careful to make sure it touches your natural lash line. You don't want to see a space between your natural lashes and the false lashes. It might help you while you're practicing to do a liner just to get practice with the lashes, and then once you get more practice, you can try it without. Now, the tool that I'm using is a Tarte Lash Applicator, and I love this because you can see that I have a lot of control over the lash, and what I'm doing is pinching the false lash down to my natural lash so that it doesn't have the space. You can see that I'm trying to pull it out to that outer edge, but the glue had already set, so I was out of luck. Yeah?
You got this!
My cheerleader. So that's it, everyone. I hope you like this video. I love this look. It is something that I would wear all the time. I love the foundation. I love the Too Faced Peach Palette. I might have to steal that more often or just go buy my own. And please check back this week. I'll be having more videos posted on the new Bobbi Brown Longwear Skin Foundation, and hopefully I'll get around to doing it this week, but I have a sample also of the NARS foundation, the new Sheer Glow. So anyway, I hope you like this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.